tonight, bad news for drivers. Washington State officially has the highest gas prices in the entire country. Our state unseating California for the top spot. Prices have been steadily climbing for months. So what is driving up the cost here?
Fox 13's Zach Anders spoke to some state leaders who say they have the answer. Zach.
Well, whoever was here before us paid over $100 for 20 gallons of gas. It's $4.99 here in Puyallup right now, and this is being linked to the state's effort to fight climate change with the Washington Climate Commitment Act, but that's better known as cap and trade. They're charging businesses for the carbon they produce, and those businesses are passing the cost on to us.
I wish it would go down.
Basically, I'm driving my commuter because I can't afford diesel.
We're #1, and for drivers in Puyallup, that's the worst place to be.
Without a wheels, without a car, you're pretty much without nothing.
In Snohomish County, AAA says an average gallon of regular costs $4.92. In Pierce County, it's $4.93. But the worst is King County, where it sits at a remarkable $5.09. To find the cheapest gas in Washington, you need to drive southwest to Asotin County, where gas is $4.27. But at that point, you might as well just keep driving into Idaho.
You got to do what you got to do to survive, and just pray that somebody's going to say something and do something to help with the fuel prices.
Analysts point to Washington's new cap and trade system, where companies buy their carbon credits at a state-run auction with the goal of making polluters pay for the carbon they create.
The unintended consequence? This is just another tax. They're having to buy these carbon credits, spend an awful lot of money, and then they're passing that cost on.
Republican State Senator Ron Muzal of Whidbey Island says they knew when the law was passed in 2021 it would raise prices by a lot.
Responsibilities to the investor. When you assess a cost against business, any business, they're going to try to pass it on. You don't need a PhD in economics to know that a business has to pass the costs on to the consumer.
But state administrators balked at the notion that prices would spike dramatically, with conservative estimates taken at just 5 cents a gallon.
Recognizing that we don't have a crystal ball, being honest about it, doing our own analysis, and predicting that the impacts will be substantially less. Once again, we can't look in the future and tell you exactly what it will be 6 months from now or 60 years from now.
Oh, the price is set at an auction, so you don't know whether it's going to be high or low. And Washington State is very high. California, which I said has the same system, their price is almost half of what ours is.
Todd Myers with the Washington Policy Center says after the latest auction, cap and trade has contributed another 45 cents a gallon.
But the other thing that you have to factor in is that the cap gets stricter every year. So the cap goes down. The supply of credits goes down, even if the demand doesn't. So unfortunately, I think it's more likely that the prices will continue to go up than they will go down.
To further illustrate the difference cap and trade has made, analysts say, look at Oregon. We started the year with roughly the same gas prices as our neighbors to the south, but since the year has continued and cap and trade has gone into effect, we've steadily climbed, and now in our metro areas, we are 40 cents more expensive. From Puyallup tonight, Zach Anders, Fox 13 News.